This is a caveat short to my last short because I said that to heal shame, we need to also find safe and supportive people. The caveat is, if there is no safe and supportive people in one's life, there is always one person who is the most safe and supportive person out there. This person is the image of God, and his name is Jesus. Now, I understand that not everyone watching here is ready to enter into a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I just want to explain that Jesus is God who came in the flesh, and he still lives. He came because Satan has us bound to a legal agreement when we come into the flesh. We're bound that our sin, when we do wrong things, the penalty for that sin is death. So blood has to cover those sins. And no one's blood can cover it because everyone's blood is not clean except God. And this was his plan from day one, at the fall of Adam. There's a book, not in the Bible. Some of you might think that's heretical, but it's called The Book of Adam and Eve. And it's great. It's very satirical. Adam and Eve were not happy about the fall and about coming into this flesh that sweats and where they feel hot and cold and lots of discomfort. And the ground has thorns. They weren't happy with that at all, and they wanted to go back home. But God said, it's done now, and I've made a covenant, and I am coming in 6 days. Remember though, God's years and his seeing time outside of time is going to be different to how we see it down here. So he came back, and Jesus is the image of God. Also, Jesus appears biblically in the stories before his incarnation 2,000 years ago. For example, in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, there was a fourth man in the fire, and Nebuchadnezzar said, it looks like there is a man, and he looks like God, like a God man in the fire. So Jesus was there in the fire with them. So anyway, that's the gospel briefly. That's why we needed Jesus. We needed his sinless blood to pay for our sins. And then he rose again and he paves the way. So as well as being God in the flesh, he is also our chief advocate. He is also our best friend. He is all of those things. And Jesus' name is the name above all names. Every knee shall bow. The demons listen to it. This is part of why I came to Jesus. I heard that Jesus' name could help expel the demons, and I learned that it really worked. And finally, in a broken moment, I called out to him, and he gives peace and love that surpasses all understanding. So the caveat is, if there's no safe person, there's always God.